Hey everyone, it's Aaron from ABR Creations, and this is part 2 of how to crochet Terra. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, please do so, because that was the most important part of this crochet series, as we learned how to make the side antenna and the hands of Terra. In this part, we're going to be learning how to make the face, the eyes, embroider the mouth, and also the small circle. And we're going to do some part of the body because the body is a bit longer than all our crochet series. Like for Opti, it was alright. But I think in this part, we will be doing the head basically. And in the next part, we'll continue off the body and sew everything together. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel and click the like button below. It really helps me a lot. I've included time chapters in the description box below and also captions so that if my voice isn't clear, you can turn them on right now. So without further delay, let's start by making the face and the eyes. Okay, like I said before, we're going to start off by making the eyes of Terra. And the eyes are pretty simple to make, then just create it in one row. So we'll start off by making a slip knot in our yellow color, in our yellow yarn I mean. Just make a slip knot. Make a slip knot right here. Once you've made your slip knot, we'll chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. So for row 1, we're just gonna skip this first stitch and then we'll single crochet into the remaining 2 chains. So just put 1 single crochet in the next 2 chains. So 1 and 2. Okay. Then we can just once you're done, we can slip stitch into the same stitch that we've made the single crochet, our second single crochet I mean. We can just make a slip stitch into that, and that's it. You made the eyes of Terra. So we can just cut our yarn, leaving enough yarn and to sew it onto our face. Then we can chain 1 and pull it all the way through. Alright, so you have made the eyes of Terra. Now I want you to go ahead and make 2 of these eyes in total. So you made one of this, you have to make 1 more of these. Now I'll be back to show you how to make the face. Okay, next off we are going to be making the face of Terra. So first we'll make a slip knot in our black yarn. This time just make a slip knot in black. So there you go. Then we will chain 4. We'll chain 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so for row 1 we're gonna skip this first chain and we're gonna single crochet 3 across in the remaining 3 chains. So that's 1, then 2 and 3. Okay, so for row 2 we're gonna turn our piece and chain 1. Again, naming this as start in the subtitles. For row 2, we're gonna increase into our first stitch. Increase basically means putting 2 single crochets into that 1 stitch. We're just gonna put 2 single crochets into 1 stitch. That is an increase. And we're gonna increase across 3 times. We're gonna increase across 3 times. So 1 increase, and that's our second increase. And let's do our third increase. The third increase is a bit difficult to do because you have to pry it. And there you go, it's easy. Okay. One more black yarn. For row 3, we're going to turn our piece and chain 1. Alright. Then we're going to increase into our first stitch. 1 and 2. And then we're going to single crochet 4 across. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to increase into this last stitch. Make sure you get under both loops. Just do one increase. Okay. So that should bring you up from, oh sorry, by the end of row 3 you should have 8 stitches. I forgot to mention the stitches, so sorry about that. But of course I will include those in the subtitles below. So for row 4, we're gonna turn our piece and chain 1. And then we're gonna, nice and easy, we're just gonna single crochet into each and every stitch all the way across. So just single crochet in each stitch all the way across. Okay, I'm approaching the end of row 4. Sorry. Yeah, row 4. Right over here. By the end of row 4, you should have 8 stitches all the way across. So for row 5, we're going to turn our piece and chain 1. Turn our piece and chain 1. Then we're going to increase into our first stitch. 1 and 2. Then we're going to single crochet 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then to finish up row 5, we're gonna increase into this last stitch right over here. 1 and 2. By the end of row 5, you should have 10 stitches. So for row 6, we're gonna turn our piece and chain 1. Row 6, we're gonna increase 1 again into this first stitch. Just put 2 single crochet, okay. Then we're gonna single crochet 8 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then to finish up row 6, we're gonna increase into this last stitch right here. Just increase 1. By the end of row 6, you should have 12 stitches. So for row 7, we're gonna turn our piece and chain 1. Row 7 is nice and easy. We're just gonna single crochet into each and every stitch all the way across. So just single crochets into each and every stitch all the way across. And I'll be back to show you what to do next. Okay, so I'm just approaching the end of this round. So row 7. By the end of row 7, you should have 7 stitches. Okay, for row 8, we're gonna turn our piece and chain 1. Row 8, again, the increase starts again. Increase into our first stitch right here. Just put 2 single crochets into that same stitch. Then we're gonna single crochet 10. You're gonna single crochet 10. 1, 2, 3, sorry, oops, let's try that again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. To finish up row 8, we're gonna increase into this final stitch right here. We're just gonna increase into this final stitch. That should bring us up. By the end of row 8, you should have 14. You should come up from 12 stitches to 14 stitches. For rows 9 to 10, that is 2 rows total, we're just gonna turn our piece and chain 1. And we're just gonna single crochet into each and every stitch all the way across for just 2 rows. For just 2 rows, we're just gonna single crochet into each and every stitch all the way across. Nice and easy, just for 2 rows. We just continue single crocheting. And this is a perfect opportunity for you to count all your stitches, whether you have the correct number of stitches, whether you have 14 stitches or not. Then you have to redo your previous row. Okay, I just finished row 9, so just continue one more row of single crocheting and I'll be back to show you what to do next. Okay, so I just finished row 10. I will move on to row 11. For row 11, we're gonna turn our piece and chain, we'll chain 1. We'll chain 1. That'll work. For row 11, we'll just half double crochet into each and every stitch all the way across. Just half double crochet, just to make things much more easier, otherwise than doing 2 more rows. So just half double crochet into each and every stitch all the way across. Nice and simple. Nice and easy round. First it was single crochet, now it's half double crochet. It's getting difficult. Again, if you haven't counted your stitches in the previous row, a perfect opportunity to count. And make sure if you have 14 stitches all the way across, okay? So just half double crochet. Okay, I'm approaching the end. You need to pause the video. And there you go. So just flatten your piece up. Just flatten your piece up like this. Like this. Just flatten it so it becomes flat. And we can move on to row 12. Row 12. Row 12, it will begin in the same way, turn our piece and chain 1. But now we're gonna be doing this top part of Terra. We're gonna do this top part. So first we will start by single crocheting 1. So we'll start by single crocheting 1, then a half double crochet, then a half double crochet, then a double crochet 1, and then a half triple crochet 1. If you haven't learned how to do the half triple crochet, here's a quick overview. yarn over twice, insert your hook into this next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, pull through, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, then yarn over and pull through the remaining 3 loops. That is a half triple crochet. I think we've done the similar thing in our white antenna. Just a quick overview. Then we'll go back to decreasing. A double crochet 1, do 1 double crochet. It's getting a bit difficult to insert the stitch. 1 double crochet, and then finally a half double crochet. Finally we'll end up by doing a half double crochet. So just to repeat these stitches: 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 half triple crochet, then 1 double crochet, and then finally a half double crochet. Like this. It's kind of increasing now. Then we're gonna slip stitch into slip stitch 2, 1 and 2. Then we're gonna do that repeat again, just backwards. Half double crochet 1, and then a double crochet 1, then a half triple crochet 1. So yarn over twice, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2, then yarn over and pull through the remaining 3 loops. Then we'll do a double crochet 1, 1 double crochet, a half double crochet 1, and then finally a single crochet 1. And there you go, we have finished row 12. We have finished row 12, and it's kind of increasing like this. Then we can move on to the next part. Okay, so before continuing on to the next part, just make your face flat. Just press the face onto your hands, just press your hands onto your face, like onto the face. There you go, it'll become flat eventually. You can see it's kind of similar like this, but once we sew it on, it will make more sense. But we're not done yet. Now for this next part, we're just gonna slip stitch all around the face. So insert your hook into in the row and just slip stitch. Insert your hook into the row and just do a slip stitch. Nice and easy. Just insert your hook into the rows that you've created your stitches. It will be very easy. Just slip stitch. It's very, very simple. Nice and easy thing to do. We're just gonna slip stitch all around the face. Then over here, then a slip stitch. We can work around a black tail end just to keep it in place, just for a few stitches. And there you go. Now working up. Oh yeah, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bar to click the notification area to get notified about things that I things that I post on YouTube, that you'll be the first one to get them. And also like this video if you can. Not forcing you, it's your wish. And now you might be wondering, should I stop here or should I continue slip stitching all around, on top of the face? Well, it's totally up to you. If you want to slip stitch on top of the face, you can, but just to make things neat, we're gonna slip stitch on top of the face as well. Just slip stitch on top of the face, just to make it more neat, when sewing it onto Terra, onto the body of Terra, onto the head of Terra. And quick overview, yeah, sorry, but make sure once you're done on top of the head, don't go around and then just do it all over again like with loop. Make sure you stop there. Like this, and yeah, we're done. You just slip stitch in. So to finish off, just slip stitch one into the first slip stitch that you started off with. Chain one, cut our yarn, leaving a nice long end to sew it onto the head of Terra, and then just pull it all the way through. Just pull it all the way through, and you have made the face, the face of Terra. So just stretch this top part. Just stretch this top part to make it look like this. Just stretch it. There you go. Okay, now we will sew on the eyes onto our face. Okay, so now that we've finished completing all the parts of the face, the eyes and the face, we can start sewing on the eyes onto the face. So just cut the smaller tail end, the one which you left, the one which I told you to leave to make it smaller, the shorter tail end, not the long tail end. The long tail end we're gonna be needing that to sew it. So just sew it. Sorry, cut it. And then taking the longer tail end, actually there should be only one tail end. Basically, there should be only one tail end, yeah. So just thread it onto your needle, and we're gonna take reference of our Terra that we have made. Oh yeah, and also cut this shorter tail end of the face, the one which I told you to carry around. Not the one that we're gonna, not this one, but this, yeah, I already got it. Okay, so we're gonna take reference of Terra right here. Okay, we're gonna take the reference of Terra, and we're gonna look, and we're gonna just do eye. We're just gonna eye how it looks, like eye pointed, how it looks. Face is like this, which is on. Then it will be somewhere. Let's say over here. Let's do it over here. So go into the stitch where the tail end is closer to you. Go into the closest stitch where the tail end is, and then come out to the next stitch. Come out through the next stitch right here. Sorry about the background noise. And then just go into this stitch, and then go into the same stitch. So go into the stitch of the eye, go into the same stitch where it just came out, and go on through the next stitch. Sorry if the face isn't clear or if the stitches aren't clear. It's because I'm using black yarn. The stitches are visible for me but not for you video YouTubers, so it's fine. Then just do the same process. This stitch, into the stitch where it just came out, and into the next stitch. Open next stitch, and And sewing on everything is pretty simple. Here's our last stitch, and instead of coming out, we can just go directly into the face. Just like go directly in. Don't come out. Here, we've sewn one eye on. We've sewn one eye on. And then we can just cut this short. Here's the advantage of using double thread. It makes it more bigger and you can double knot them together. So just make one double knot and it stays, the stitches stay put. Then we can cut it short. If you don't have double thread, that's totally alright. You can just leave it like that. But make sure not to pull it. Don't pull the eye out. Okay, we have sewn on our first eye. Now let's sew on the second eye. Let's sew on our second eye. I just cut that shorter tail end. Thread this long tail end onto our needle. Okay. And then just make sure this eye is in the same row. Like this. Yeah, it's pretty. Go into the stitch that is closest to the tail end and come out to the next. Oh no. Go into the stitch of the eye and then come out. Sewing on is pretty simple. If you haven't watched my beginner tutorial, please watch them. It's really helpful. It will make you understand how to sew on pieces together. Okay, almost done sewing on the eye. And then just go out, then go into the face. Don't come out. But now we're gonna do the eyelashes right here. This eyelashes, we're gonna do that. Otherwise, look like a boy. And then we're gonna again take Terra, come out on top of the eye. Sorry. Come out right somewhat on top. Make sure it's on top, but somewhere over here. Then go one row forward. Thank you. One row forward and come out. Then come out through the stitch where you came out before. Not this one. Not this upper one, but sorry. Not this one, but this one. Don't pull the eyelashes too tight, otherwise it might not create much of an effect. Then just do the same thing. Eyelashes are pretty neat to embroider. Actually, we're embroidering the eyelashes. So next we'll go over to this eye right here. And then just match it up. Right over here. So just come out. Like I said, don't pull it too tight. Number one, this eyelashes will get pulled too tight. And number two, this, make sure this, if you pull it tight, the face will crumple up as well. And do the same thing what we just did. This eyelash. Okay, so we've made the eyelashes of Terra. Don't cut your yarn, we're still using it. Just pull this neatly tight. Ah! No. I didn't mean too tight. There you go. Save. And there. And now we're gonna do the smile. So I think it's 2 rows. 1, 2. Yeah, go 2 rows down. 1, 2. Or wait. We'll do it somewhere here. Yeah, we'll come out through here. Then we'll skip this stitch next to in the same row. I'm talking in the same row. Skip this stitch and go into the second stitch over. Okay, we made the mouth, but not part of it because we want her smiling. So we'll come out through the center of this mouth, go around the mouth, and go down 1 stitch, and come out. It's creating kind of a smile, but it will create a knot. Just pull that tight, not too tight. Don't pull me too tight. What, you can talk? Yeah, I can talk. You made me a face. You made a face now. You can talk. Yeah. Put that power off button. Yeah. Okay. Once you're done, we can just cut this short. And then we can double knot the tail ends. Sorry, we can double knot them together. Stay still. No. And then we can just cut these close enough. And there you go, we have made the face of Terra. It's almost smiling. Just take your yarn needle and then just go through the stitch like this. Just make a smiley face. Yeah, okay. That's it. And that looks kind of neat. Sorry, my embroidering skills are not that good. I think, I'm not sure. Oh no, they're not came to. Yeah, there you go. It's perfect. Now it's perfect. So finally, we'll make this small circle of Terra. Okay, and finally, like I said, we can make the small yellow circle. So start off by making a magic ring in our yellow yarn. So make a magic ring. In yellow. Pull it nice and close. Okay. Yeah, okay. For round 1, it's just one round basically. So yeah, for round 1, we'll just single crochet 6 times into the magic ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. You can pull the tail in nice and tight. Not too tight, otherwise it will break your yarn. Count back 6 stitches and insert your hook into the first stitch that you made. Work around our tail end and make 1 slip stitch, just 1 slip stitch. And that's it, you made the small circle. Then we can just cut our yarn, leaving a nice yarn leaving enough end to sew it onto the body. Then we can chain one and pull it all the way through. Alright, so we are done making the small circle. And you know what that means? We can finally make the head of Terra. I told you, I think I told you in the intro that we'll not be able to complete the whole body of Terra. So we will make basically some part of the head, or maybe the full head. Yeah, I think we'll make the full head. I'm not sure. But don't worry, we will complete it in part 3. So we can finally work on the head of Terra. Okay, so once we've finished making all the parts of Terra, we can finally work on the head. So we'll make a magic ring in our dark green yarn. Oops. Yeah, pull it nice and tight. For round 1, we're gonna single crochet 6 times into the magic ring. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention you have to start in our dark green yarn. Start on our darker green yarn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we can pull it nice and tight, not too tight, otherwise it might break your yarn, and then you have to start all over. Count back 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, for round 2 we're gonna increase 1 in all 6 stitches. We'll put one increase. What I mean to say is we'll increase into each and every stitch all the way around. So for our first stitch, we'll work around our tail end to keep it locked into place. Again, increase basically means putting 2 single crochets into the same stitch. That's 1 and 2. Let's do 5 more. 3, 4, second increase, 5, 6, 7, and 8, then 9 and 10. Here, let's do our final increase. 11 and 12. Okay, then we can just slip stitch 1 and chain 1. I'll be calling this as end in the subtitles. You know why. Okay. Okay. For round 3, we're gonna do this repeat. Single crochet 1 into our first stitch. Into the same stitch where you made the slip stitch. Single crochet 1, and then we will do 1 increase. Increase 1. We'll repeat this process 6 times total. Single crochet 1, then increase. So just continue doing single crochet 1 and increase all the way around, and I will be back to show you what to do next. Okay, so I just finished my last, our single crochet 1 and increase 1, and before I finish my increase, I'm gonna take my lighter green yarn, or our medium green yarn. Yeah, take lighter green better. gonna take my light green yarn. There you go. Insert our hook into this stitch right here. Then pick up the green yarn and go under it, yarn over and pull it through, and just make a normal single crochet. Then do that. Then finish up that increase right over here. Alright. In this next round, we're gonna be doing something that is called the half color changes. First, let's cut off this tail end short, and we can cut our tail ends short of our dark green yarn as well. Okay, as I was saying, we're gonna be doing the half color changes next, and it's kind of a pretty advanced technique. When we'll be making the stripe. Yeah, we'll be making the stripe around Terra to make it more neat. Now this is optional. You can do this if you want, or you can just change to green right away. You can just change to light green right away. I'm taking my dark green yarn. Then I'll slip stitch 1 and then change to light green right here, chain 1. Okay, now you can just continue working light green only without doing the half color changes, but mind you, it won't come as neat. It will come like this. This is the hands without the half color changes, so it will look not that neat. But anyway, you can do any type of method which is comfortable for you. Okay, for round 4, it's nice and easy. We're just gonna do a single crochet into each and every stitch all the way around. So how do we do the half color changes? Insert our hook into the same stitch where you did the slip stitch, yarn over with the dark green and pull it through, then change to light green, yarn over and pull through. That is our half color changes. So we're just gonna do the half color change all the way around. Yarn over with dark green and pull through, yarn over with light green and pull through too. So just do this repeat all the way around. It's not a repeat or anything, it's just a single crocheting into each stitch. So just keep on doing this, just keep on doing single crochet, and I'll be at the end of this round to show you what to do next. Okay, so I'm approaching the end of my round. Oh yeah, and by the way, you should have 18 stitches by the end of round 4. Either way, it's already mentioned in the subtitles, but yeah, I'll mention it anyway, in case I forgot to mention. Alright. Then we'll change to light green from here on. We won't be using our dark green until the end of the Terra, when we need to make the bottom. So just slip stitch 1 and chain 1 in light green. You can work around the dark green for a few stitches, then we can cut it. Yeah, okay. For round 5, we're gonna single crochet 2. That's 1 and 2, then we will increase 1. Okay. We'll repeat this process 6 times total. Now we can actually cut the dark green yarn. Yeah, we'll repeat this process 6 times total. Single crochet 2, 1, 2, and increase 1. Single crochet 2, 1, and 2, and increase 1. So just repeat this process of single crochet 2, increase 1 all the way around. I'll be back to show you what to do next. Okay, so I just finished round 5, and by the end of round 5 you should have 24 stitches. Then we can slip stitch 1 and chain 1. For round 6, nice and easy, just single crochet into each and every stitch all the way around, having a stitch count of 24 stitches. The perfect opportunity to count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, the yarns got tangled up. There you go. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, final stitch, 24. Yeah, by the end of this round you should have, by the end of round 6 you should have 24 stitches. Slip stitch 1 and chain 1. Alright, so for round 7 we're gonna do 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll increase 1. 1, 2. And repeat this process of 3 single crochets and increase 1 6 times total. That's our first repeat. Let's do our second repeat. 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, then we'll increase 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3, then we'll increase 1. Increase 1 right here. 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and increase. 1, 2, 3, and increase 1. Final repeat, 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and increase in our last stitch. Okay, by the end of round 7 you should have 30 stitches by the end of this round, by the end of round 7. For round 8, we're gonna, first let's slip stitch 1 and chain 1. For round 8, we're gonna half double crochet 4, 1, then 2, 3, 4, and we'll do a half double crochet, increase into our next stitch. Half double crochet increase is same as just putting 2 half double crochets into the same stitch instead of just doing a single crochet. We'll repeat this process 6 times total. 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase. 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then an increase. 5 and 6. Half double crochet 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase. 5 and 6. Half double crochet 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase. 5 and 6. Let's do our final repeat. So half double crochet 4, 1, and 2 and 3, 3 and 4, and then in our final stitch we'll do an increase. Okay, by the end of round 8 you should have 36 stitches. By the end of round 8 you should have 38 stitches. Okay, then we will slip stitch 1, just slip stitch 1, and then we will chain 1. Okay, for round 9 we're just gonna do 5 single crochets. We're increasing up still. 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we will increase 1, 6, and 7. Then we will repeat this process 6 times total. 5 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and increase. 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, increase. 6 and 7. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and increase 6 and 7. Just continue this process of 5 single crochets and then an increase all the way around. Now I'll be back to show you what to do next. Okay, so I just finished round 9. By the end of round 9 you should have 42 stitches. Then we will slip stitch, then we'll slip stitch 1. Just slip stitch 1 and chain 1. Okay, for round 10 we're gonna single crochet 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to increase 1. Then we'll repeat this process 6 times total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we will increase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then an increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then an increase. 7, 8. So just continue this process of 6 single crochets and then an increase all the way around for 6 times, and then I will be back to show you what to do next for round 11. Okay, so I just finished round 10. By the end of round 10 you should have 48 stitches. Then we'll slip stitch 1, slip stitch 1 and chain 1. Okay, for round 11, nice and easy round, we're just gonna single crochet into each and every stitch all the way around. Nice and simple round, just single crochet. Again, a perfect opportunity to count your stitches. 1, will take some time, but don't worry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, and 48. All right. So I've finished round 11. Then we can just slip stitch into our first stitch and chain 1. Alright, now this is some kind of a head, but don't worry, it will get into shape once we continue in part 3. Yeah, we have finished some part of the head. We've finished up till here. Like I said, we won't be able to finish the whole of the body because it's very big. It's a very long pattern, and I think it consists of over 40 rounds. 40. Yeah, it's 40 rounds. Can you believe that? Just for one small soft toy, I made 40 rounds. I'm stupid. Anyway, but yeah, we will be continuing in part 3. We will be continuing to make the head and the body, and then we'll sew on the face, the side antenna, the hands, every part of Terra. We'll sew it onto the body and face and head basically, and then we will finish our Terra in our next part. So anyway, stay tuned and subscribe to my channel to get part 3. Anyway, thanks for watching and bye bye. But don't worry, I will be continuing part 3. This is not the end. I will be continuing part 3. Bye bye.